Okay, so this is Atom, and last week in the class we used Notepad. Now, the one of the industry standards is Dreamweaver. I don't know if you've heard of Dreamweaver. It's very expensive, right? And essentially, it has got good features, but it's a glorified text editor. It's you can do anything that you can do, and see if you know the code, you could write a web page perfectly well in Notepad as well as you could in Dreamweaver. Okay, so it's much of muchness. What I'm looking to do is get accessible software for you guys, right? Not all of us, including myself, can afford an Adobe license, so that's why I try to use free software, because it means that you guys, you'll be so inspired by this lesson that you'll go home and you'll download Atom onto your machine and mess around with it. It's free, okay, and that's the advantage of it. All right, it's also a nice bit of software. Now, there's a few things in Atom I'm not going to bother with too much at the moment. The welcome guide, I don't need it, so I'm just going to close this window up here for welcome guide. And I'm going to close that, and I'll just say no, I don't want help at the moment. And this brings me to the blank untitled page. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, um, I'm going to go to File and Add Project folder. You'll see that? So what I want you guys to do is go into the web design folder that you made last week, and I'm just going to make a folder as well. And I will call this week 2. Okay. And once you've made the new folder, click on select folder. And you should see that week 2 appears up the top left of your screen. Alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create the structure for the first web page. Now, I can see that some of you already done that, and that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to put in my doc type tag. Hopefully you can see that okay. Doc type HTML. Underneath that, HTML. Now, a couple of blank lines, and then close your HTML. And what I want inside my HTML, first thing is the head. Okay. Again, blank line, end head. Take a new line, put the body in. Another blank line, end the body. Now, it's worth noting here that there is the basic structure of the page, okay? What I want to do, once I've done that, I'm going to save the page, but a couple of wee things. I have tabbed in the head to show that it belongs inside the HTML. Also, you should be able to understand that the body belongs inside the HTML, but sits beside the head. So it's again, David will cover this with you in programming. Right? Use indentation to show where the code belongs to, and it makes it much easier to fix things. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to save the page, but I need to save as. So I'll go to File and Save As. And I'm just going to call this, I'll call it demo1.html. Okay. Demo1.html. And it should by default go into your week 2 folder. Yeah? Okay, click and save. And what you'll see there is that the tags now go red. And that lets you see that you've got your HTML tags. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in the proper structure for an HTML5 document without all the content. So I'm just going to set it up the way it should be set up. So in the head, which I've not put in, and I showed you this last week, What do I need to put in? Title. Okay. So I'm just going to call this title demo page. Okay. The next thing I want to do is go inside the body, and when I'm structuring this, I can have header, I can have section, and I can have footer, right? So this is the header section, and okay. So header is different to head, which is different to heading, right? You'll get used to it. Inside the header, I'm going to put a heading, right? H1 for heading. And I'm just going to say demo page and H1. What you used to do in HTML 4.01 was you created something called divs, right? Divs for division, and you would give them names. Now I'll still do that sometimes, it's still very useful. But what they noticed is that people were always making a div called header and a div called footer. So rather than having div equals header and div equals footer, just call it header and call it footer. So to simplify it, alright? So the header belongs there. Underneath the header, we're going to have a section. And I'm just going to put a paragraph in here. Content of page goes here. And then we need to close the section. And then typically the page finishes, or the body finishes, with the footer. And I'll just say footer goes here. And end footer. Oops. Hopefully you can also see that okay. Now I've missed something out. Let's just say deliberately. Right? And it's a section called the nav. And the nav is typically where we put a menu. Okay. So I'm going to put my nav underneath the header. And there it is there. Okay. Now, what we want to do here is we want to see what the page looks like. Just to give you an exclusive, it's not going to be amazing, right? It's just going to be bog standard. But this is a structure that you'll always use, even if you're not putting anything in the nav or whatever it may be. Just get used to using this. Whether you want to keep a copy of this and copy and paste it, it's fine with me. I just want you to get used to the tags though. If typing it out helps you learn the tags, do it. Um, if you're lazy like me, you can copy and paste it. And then it's what goes into these areas that makes the page. Alright, this is the full structure of an HTML5 document, give or take. Right, there's a couple of things we can put in as well, but do you understand that as a structure? Yeah. So what I'm going to do here is, if I want to see what the page looks like, just save it, and then you'll see demo1.html on the left hand side. I can right click on that, and what I could do here is I could say show an explorer, and that'll bring the folder up. Now, is Chrome installed in here? Have we talked about this? What I can do, right click, I'll use Internet Explorer just now, right? No, Chrome is there. So I can right click in the file and go to open with and choose Chrome. And there it is there. Okay, that's what your page looks like. Now, as I said, it won't win any awards, but the structure's solid. If you want to see what the structure of a web page is, when you're on Chrome, you can press F12, and you'll see there in this wee window here is our code that we've typed out. There's the header section, there's the nav section, there's the section, there's the footer, and if I go into body, it shows the highlights of the whole thing. You'll see that. Have you got Chrome? No, right. Okay, let's get Chrome, right? Right, so a couple of the nicer features of Atom. I'm not particularly concerned with the head of my document at the moment. So see if you go, now the head of my document's in line 3. I think it'll be the same for most of you, yeah? Yes? Talk back to me, tell me. Yes, magic, right. So what you'll see if you hover the mouse over the 3, you see a wee drop down arrow appearing. Do you all see the wee arrow? So click on the drop down arrow and you'll see that the head kind of disappears. Right? But if you click on it again, it appears again. So because we're not too interested in the head of the document at the moment, I'm going to click on the wee arrow and make it disappear. Okay. I'm not that fussed with the header of in the document at the moment, so I'm going to make that disappear. I'm not too bothered about the nav, so I can make that disappear. I'm not bothered about the footer, so I can make that disappear. And that compacts your code a lot, right? And the only thing I'm really interested in is the section at the moment. Alright. All got that? So you can toggle your view and hide your code. If you want to see your code again, you can either click on the arrow or click on the wee 3 dots and it brings it back again. Alright. For teaching purposes, if I've got all the code up on the screen, it can make it quite awkward as well. So, in the section, I've written a paragraph saying the content of the page goes here. I want you to change that to the fat cat sat on the mat. Okay. And underneath that, I want you to write another paragraph. So open the P tag and write the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Anyone know why I've typed that one out? Every letter in the alphabet, there you go. Okay, so that's your 2 paragraphs. Now, just to get into the habit of seeing what we've typed out, okay, what we'll do is we'll save it. Now, I always just use Control S to save, okay, so Control S saves the page, or you can go to File and Save, right, but the quicker you do it, the better. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to right click on my page demo1.html and I'm going to go to Show an Explorer and you'll see it comes up in the folder. Right click on that and open with Chrome. And that's what your page should look like now. Alright. So just because we've hidden the nav and we've hidden the footer doesn't mean we don't see it in the actual code, alright? And there's our 2 paragraphs here. And I say this is the area of the page we're going to be mucking about with. Alright. So what I would like you to do at this point, hopefully without too much bother, is I'm going to go into the VLE. Alright. and I'm going to open up our course. And hopefully in the week 2 section you can see pick one, right? Now, it's crucial you listen to my instructions here, because if you don't, it will not work properly. What we want to do is get this picture and save it into the week 2 folder, right? So I'm going to click on it, and you'll see there's a picture of Loch Lomond there. Right click on the picture and save image as. Now, it should be Loch Lomond, Loch_Lomond_400. That's the file name, yep. And then make sure you're saving it in the week 2 folder. Okay. When you go back into Atom, you should see that the Loch Lomond file has appeared in the week 2 folder. If you've done that, you've got it right. Okay, and we can move on. Okay, so we've got this file now downloaded, and what I'm going to do is put in a new tag, and the tag I'm going to work with is img. Okay, img for image. Now, this, if everyone manages to type this without making a mistake, I'll be amazed. src for source. The amount of people that put in SCR is amazing, right? Somebody will do it. src for source equals. And then what we do is we put in the file name in quotes. And the file name is Loch_Lomond_400.jpg. Okay. Save it. And then go into your demo page and refresh it. And your image should appear in the web page. Okay. Now, I have done this shortcut in the wrong way, right? We need to put another attribute in here. And if you don't, and again, this is a strange unit, if you don't put the attribute in, you'll fail the unit, right? When you're doing putting in the thing. When I say you fail the unit, I'll just say, go and put that tag in, and you say, yeah, right? But what we have to do here is we have to put in an alternative to the picture. You've seen this before without knowing it. What you'll have is the website should be accessible for everyone, right? So there's accessibility guidelines. In any image you put in, you must put in an alt attribute. And what the alt attribute should do is describe the picture, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a space after the quote and say alt for alt equals. Now, what you want to type in here is describe the picture. And I'm just going to put in a lovely picture of Loch Lomond. Okay, your code should look like that. Now, I go in here and refresh it, and it doesn't look any different. But what we've done here is we have put a tag on that means that if somebody is using software that is narrating a web page to them, it will describe the picture to them. Right? You want your site to be accessible to everyone. So by law, you must have these alts in now. Alright. It used to be that you could get away without them, but now you should always put them in. Okay. So what I want to do here is style the picture slightly. Okay. And let me see. I'm going to try and move the image across to the right hand side, right? So I'm going to say put in a extra attribute. The style attribute equals float right. Does that work? Magic, right? By default, it sticks to the left hand side. Float left makes it go left, okay? Um, Now, yeah, you can get the text to go around the box, and it can be quite messy sometimes. But what I'm going to do here, just just before we stop for the break, right? Has everyone got that? Right, so I'll always stick to the right hand side. What I'm going to do, see if you can all have a quick look at the board for a second, right? I'm going to change, before I move this, I'm just going to change this to vertical dash align, right? So vertical dash align. And what I'll do with that is I'll say middle. I don't know if this will work because my paragraphs are dead short. It's worth a go. Then what I'm going to do is see my entire image source tag. Right, everyone look at that, right? So I've highlighted the whole thing, the whole tag. I'm going to copy it. In fact, I'm going to cut it and I'm going to paste it after the full stop in dog. So it's still, it means I'm putting it inside the paragraph. Okay? And you'll see now that it's aligned with the text in the paragraph. The quick brown fox jumped over the deck. The code there is a vertical dash align middle. Okay? And I've pasted that just after the whole thing pasted after the full stop in dog. Okay, so I'm going to take this style equals vertical dash align middle. I'm just going to remove that. Okay, and then take it back up. And the tag then is just image source equals Loch Lomond, and then it's got the alt. Okay, so I'd like you all just to highlight that again. Okay, and then cut it. So Control X, and then paste it down here. Okay, and now the page should look like this again. Just back to the way it was before we put any styles in. Right, as I say, I was in two minds. I want to introduce styles when the page is still very simple, and so that hopefully you understand how styles link up to the HTML. Now, I'm going to use an external style sheet here, okay? So this is a wee bit more involved, but again, just follow the pace and you'll be fine with it. So we're going to, external style sheets are the most powerful way of doing style sheets, and it will save you a lot of work. And again, I said I'm lazy, so 2 seconds to get this up. Okay, right. What I would like you to do, click on the week 2 folder, okay? And put new folder, and just call it CSS. Okay, and you should see now you've got a CSS folder inside your week 2 folder. Alright. What I'm then going to do is, yep, right click on the week 2 folder, new folder, and call it CSS. Okay, it should look like that up there now. Okay. Right. For this part of the lesson, I don't need the section. Alright? So I'm just going to click on line 13 for me and the wee down arrow and hide the section. So then my page looks like this. Okay, so just hide the section. Okay. And I don't even need the body, so I'm just going to click on the down arrow and hide the body. So that now looks like my page. And that was very much like the thing I taught you last week. What I do need is the head. So I'm just going to click on the wee arrow beside the head document and open that out. Okay. So this is what we should have on our screen. You all got that? Oh, sorry. Machine's still on still. There we go. That's what we're looking at. Okay. See if it's ever on still, just tell me. Right, and you can't see it. So, I've hid the body by clicking that wee arrow, and I've opened up the head by clicking on that arrow, and it's just a toggle. So, what I want to do is put a new tag in here. Right? Underneath my title, I'm going to put in link, and I'm going to say REL, right? And this is the relationship, it tells you what it is, and it's equals to style sheet. Type equals text slash CSS. Now I'm going to move this down onto different lines so you can see it okay. And then I've got href equals CSS as the folder slash my style dot CSS. Okay. So presuming we've typed that in okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to right click on my CSS folder and I'm going to say new file. Okay. And all I'm going to type in is my style dot CSS. Okay. My style dot CSS. And then press enter. And you'll see that we get this new file coming up here. Okay. And what you should also see is that on the left hand side you've got my style dot CSS. Now, this is the moment of truth. As it works. Right, what we need to do, just to test this out, I'm going to make the body bright red. And then when we load the page, if the page goes bright red, that means that the style sheet and this HTML can see each other, and then we can progress from there. So I'm going to say body, and then curly bracket. Right, we talked about curly brackets last week. And I'm going to say background, dash color, FF0000, red. Save it. If I've done it correctly, which I've not, it should change to red, alright? Right, so the first thing I want to do is record the header. Put in the header. So I'm just going to type in the header tag without its arrows. Now, the only thing I'm going to do at the moment is change the colours of these things, right? And I don't really care how it looks, it's just to let you see how it affects it. So background dash colour, and I'm just going to put in FFFF00, okay? If I save that and then refresh my page, and see it goes yellow, alright? And the only thing that's been affected by this yellow is the header section, alright? And we're going to do the next one. We're going to change the nav. And I'll say background dash colour. And I'll say 00FF00. And that should be green. And the nav section lights up green. And hopefully you're starting to get the pattern here. And then I'll say section, background, dash colour, and I'll go 00 FFFF, I think that's green and blue. Okay, so you get a kind of cyan colour. And then the footer. Okay. Hopefully you understand, I don't care what colours they are, right, at the moment. I'm just changing the colour so you can see how that affects each area of the page. And there's all the styles there, okay? And I say don't worry about the colours, it's just getting them to look different at the moment is all I'm interested in. So your page will look something like that, right? Hopefully you're seeing the connections between them. Yes? Okay, so we want to style the image here, right? And if I look back to my body of my text, you'll see there that there's the tag for the image, and it's just img. src is an attribute, okay? So what I'm going to do is go into my style, okay, and make a new style, and it's just img, and I'm going to say width is 25%. Okay. You should get in the habit of it because it means that we can put something. You'll get away without it, right? But the semicolon is the end of the statement, so that means that you can put something else after it without worrying about if you closed it or not. So it's good habits to get into. Always put the semicolon in. And what you'll see now is that the width, the picture gets bigger as you stretch it and smaller as you shrink it. Okay? And that only applies to the image. Okay? Now, just for fun, say I put in the footer width 25%. You'll see that that's 25% of the width of the screen as well now. See that? So I put the two lines with 25%. So muck about with your percentages of the image. Okay. So I'm going to show you a wee trick. One of the most valuable lines of code you're going to learn, alright, in terms of style sheets. I'm going to put in margin colon 0 auto. Did I talk about this last week? No. Okay. Oops. In fact, sorry, I'll come back to margin. I'll come back to margin auto in a few seconds. I've got a couple things to do first. Now, let's go back into our demo file, demo1.html. How many pictures have we got on the page at the moment? Right, so we've got a bit of a problem, right? So I'm just going to see this line of the whole picture code. I'm just going to copy that and paste it. So now I should have two pictures on my page. Okay? So your image tag, just copy it and paste it. And now you'll have two. And now they're both width 25%. But see, you don't want that. Because what we've actually said here is that every single image on this page is going to be 25%. So how do we get around this? Any ideas? So what I want here is I want one of the pictures to be 25% and I want the other picture to be 50%. Alright? We could do anything with these, but so what I can do here is I will I'll put width 25%. I'll leave that for the images, right? And what I'm going to do is say, I'll use Stephen as my example because we did that in the class there. So I'm just going to say dot, is it Stephen PH or V? Dot Stephen, right? Now this is obviously means this is gibberish at the moment, right? Because the computer doesn't know what Stephen is, but we'll get to that. So dot Stephen, what width will I make you? 50%, right? So width 50%. Okay. All right. So notice I put a dot in front of it, right? And the dot means a class. Okay. We can do IDs as well. IDs are slightly different because IDs only happen once on a page, but I'll come to that. Okay, so a dot means a class. All right. And what I'm then going to do is go back into my demo1.html, and this is important. Inside the tag, doesn't matter which image you pick. I'm going to pick the second one. I'm going to say class equals Stephen. Okay. And you'll see that the class of Stephen is 50%, whereas the other image is 25%. Okay. So you can classify your tags and style them the way you want. All right. Okay, so at my page, I've got my two pictures, and I've classified it, right? This page is never going to win any awards for how it looks, okay? But it's for the purpose of assessment. So, say I want to put a white border around this, all right? 5 pixel white border, solid, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my style and take a new line underneath the width, like, 'cause I'm happy with the width there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say border. Now, you can do border top and border bottom and all that, but I'm just going to do one border. I'll say 5 pixels, and that's how wide it is. I'll say solid, and I will say white, so FF. Okay? And you just put a space between them. Now, this is just shorthand. You could write the same thing over 3 lines. You could say border dash width, 5 pixels, border dash style, solid, border dash color. But that's, so I'm trying to condense 3 lines of code into one. All right. So if I refresh it, you see I've now got a lovely wee border around my page. All right. Now I'm going to muck about with it a wee bit here. I don't want to get too much into positioning because it's too early in the course for that, right? And to be honest with you, you can get through this unit without positioning, right? But what I could do here is I could say float right, and what happens is that the picture floats off to the right hand side of the page like a magnet. Okay. You can do float left as well. Okay. It can take it from the parent class, but well, it can take the style from the parent class, inherit. But well, right, I'm going to give you a wee task to do here, and I want you to get a picture, right, from whatever. I want you to put it on the web page. I want you to classify it as Stephen. Okay, and see what happens with it. All right, any picture that you can get online, off your machine, whatever. I want you to put it on the page. So you're going to have to put it in the folder first. Know its name, and then float to the right hand side. All right, give it a go. Right, to get the solution for that one, guys, I'm just going to go online, Google. I'll get another Image of Loch Lomond. Okay, there we go for that one. Alright. And I'm just going to save image as. Okay. Now, I'm going to give it a, you'll see there it defaults into the week 2 folder, which is ideal because that's where you want it. I'm just going to call this one, it's a Waverley, isn't it? Right, so I'll call it Waverley. Okay. Save it. So then first thing I want to do is go into demo1.html. And I'll say image source equals, and it'll be waverley.jpg. Alt equals picture of Waverley. And class equals Stephen. Okay. And if I go in here and refresh it, you'll see that now that picture gets floated to the right hand side with the border around it. So you make a class once, you can use it again and again and again and again. Alright. If we wanted to muck about with the class Stephen, we can go down here. Change that to dashed. Right, change that to 10 pixels. So muck about with this, right? And again, I could change it to FF. And you'll see there that it becomes bright pink dashed, right? The site's looking worse by the minute, but I'm just doing this to demonstrate the skill of doing it. Now, here's the thing. Imagine you just want to make a very subtle difference to all the Stephen pictures on your site. Oh, there you go. You've classified them and you've styled them. And it's easy as that. Say you're doing a website in football teams and you wanted all the players belonging to one club to be classified. You could put class equals Thistle, class equals Celtic, class equals Rangers, right? And then you could put different colour schemes on them and do something like that. So I've kind of jumped ahead a wee bit with what I've done, but if you can understand, right? So if you can understand how the style sheet and the demo one link to each other, then you're halfway there. That's the crucial thing from this week. You understand how they relate to each other. Alright? I'm not going to bother doing IDs just now. IDs work exactly the same as classes, only difference being that an ID appears once on a page. And yeah. What's that, sorry? Yep. Dashed. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you're looking for to muck about with your styles, right? Again, the best thing, the best site is W3 Schools, and you can go on here, tutorials, learn CSS. Okay, and there's loads of different selectors, references, that's all the things you can change. I'll show you one more wee trick before we stop, alright? What we can do is we can have a state of a box, right? Now you don't need to remember this, I'm just showing you this for. So again, Stephen, you'll be glad when this is over and I'll stop saying your name. But what I can do is I can create a class called .Stephen and put a colon in and then say hover. Right? Now what that means is this, whatever I put in here, this will happen when the mouse hovers over it. So what I could do here is say width 25%. Right? So I'll go back on my page, refresh it, and if I go over it, it's probably, you see it shrinks in size, it's probably not the best way to do it, there you go, right? Or I could change the border colour, border dash style, solid. I'll try that on there, that'll be a bit nicer to, oh, refresh my page, and you'll see there, when I go over it, it goes solid now. Okay, border dash colour, and I could say FFF. I'll give it a white border. Again, always just remember, and then you see there, you hover over it. So that's a state, alright, which can be quite useful as well. So I've probably done a wee bit more of the style sheets than intended to. But I just wanted to make sure that you know the difference between the classes and how useful classes can be. Alright? The style sheets in this unit don't get harder than that. They're as interesting as you want them to be honest with you. What I'll probably try and do for next week, we'll look at forums as well, alright? And then we'll probably make it a wee demo site, right? A wee 2-page knock-up site with an external style sheet, alright? Okay, I think we can finish off there, guys. Okay.